they're talking about when they say Us Festival has a lack of spirit. There's plenty of good hot roasting spirit here today. They kept talking about, oh, there's no spirit, it's not like Woodstock. Well, I say, screw them. Woodstock's over. The 60s are finished. And I say, good riddance.
Welcome to the 1983 Us Festival. You're going to have the rock and roll time of your life.
I'm Diamond David Lee Roth, here at the US Festival in San Bernardino, California, from Van Halen.
The 80s, the decade of technological advance. Home entertainment systems and computers were all the rage, and one company seen this and wanted to lead the way. Apple CEO Steve Wozniak had the great idea of mixing technology and pop culture in one big festival, and the US Festival was born. But it was day 2 on Memorial Day weekend of 1983 that will go down in history for many reasons. The US Festival was held on Memorial Day weekend in 1983, and the Sunday was dedicated to heavy metal music. Some say this was the birth of hair metal and the decade-long party that was to follow. 300,000 people descend on Glen Helen Regional Park in San Bernardino for the festival. First on stage was the rockers Quiet Riot. They played a 9-song set list including Come On Feel the Noise and Metal Health. Next up were Motley Crue. Again, Motley Crue had just been signed before the festival, and this was their first outing before their Shout at the Devil album and tour. This was their biggest concert to date, and they put on a show, blasting hits from their independent Too Fast for Love album and some new songs from their coming album Shout at the Devil. If you listen carefully, you can hear some alternate lyrics to some of their biggest hits. Next up was Ozzy Osbourne showing off his new band with guitar wizard Jakey Lee. Ozzy played a set of hits from his first 2 albums and a few Black Sabbath covers. His upcoming album Bark at the Moon wasn't recorded yet, and this was Ozzy's first outing with the new band. This wasn't Ozzy's greatest set, but the Wild Man was impressed with Motley and invited them to join his future tour. Next up was Britain's Judas Priest. Brummie rockers blasted through hit after hit, and always the theatric frontman Rob Halford owned the stage, clad in leather. Great set from the legends. Triumph took the stage around 6 PM. They just released their album Never Surrender and played a set of old and new hits. A solid set from the Canadian rockers. At 7:55, the Scorpions took the stage. Some say they stole the show with this performance. The set of the weekend was Van Halen, but as the lights went down and Eddie's guitar tech Rudy said the immortal words,
Hello, Southern California! I give you the mighty Van Halen!
a spotlight shined on the stage, and guitarist Edward Van Halen launched into Romeo Delight. But as the band kicked in, to everyone's shock, Dave was off his head. Backstage videos earlier in the day had shown the band's antics, but Roth had indulged to excess. Van Halen had been paid a record $1.5 million for the show. It was the biggest of their career, but somehow they got away with it, and the show became stuff of legend. It also helped the guitar wizard Eddie Van Halen play the show of his life. The US Festival was a success, maybe not financially because it lost $12 million, but for culture and the genre of metal, it put it on the map.
Yeah! We are the Ramones, yeah!